Welcome to Wide Angle Conversations, Season 2, an initiative of Life by Design with Taruna Aggarwal, sponsored by Diamond Apple, a unique e-commerce concept to sell aspirational diamond jewelry and accessories. Visit diamondapples.com to create your own diamond story. Talking about stories, Wide Angle Conversations facilitate meaningful discussions with women who have created success. My guest today is Leza Klenk. Leza is the founder and CEO of a tech company, SC Beauty Network Private Limited, which today spans to 14 countries globally. She has won the award as Asia's Greatest CEO 2019, which was awarded by URS and Asia One. She has invested in and incubated several companies. Welcome, Leza.
Thank you for having me here.
I'm so excited to have you on Wide Angle Conversations.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Leza, you say you're obsessed with business and entrepreneurship, right? Tell us about that.
So I spend a lot of time writing about business. I lecture universities and I'm always speaking at business summits. So I get into a lot of concepts and strategies about business, helping other business owners how to do better in their business as well. And I believe that business is a great opportunity for any one of us, to pursue for self-empowerment, to learn new skills, as well as to be financially independent.
Right. And all your businesses are basically more, women and family oriented.
Yes, I build businesses based on relatable journeys of my life. And I think that not just me, there's a lot of mothers as well, and especially single mothers who are looking for ways to earn extra income for family. And I was a single mom for 6 years as well while I built my businesses. And I realized the power of empowerment and financial independence could give to a woman. And when somebody earns their own money, know how to do business, they most likely will be more wiser, more knowledgeable, and better, at finding solutions, solving problems in their life, and becoming, better parents and raising happier households. So that's my mission about empowering women, because I believe that when you empower women, they'll be able to raise a whole nation.
That's true. That's so true. And I believe you also started your first business from home.
That's about a decade ago. So I think a lot of people think that I got to where I am today because I started from having a big office or large funding. But actually, my business started out so simple. Okay, with a simple mindset. I was literally selling hair clips. So I made those hair bows as my first business because I wanted to earn extra income. And I was a stay-home mom. So I didn't really have raw talent or high capital investment. So I learned on YouTube how to make bows, and I started making them and selling it on Facebook. It went viral. So mothers start flocking in and start buying those products until 6 months later, I remember the department store starts calling and say, we want this in stores. And within 2 years, that homegrown business outgrew my home. So I literally see it grow bigger, and now I see mothers shopping at department stores like Toys R Us, OG, John Little, across Asia Pacific. And I still can't believe how that business idea from home could go to that scalable size. It did within 2 years of time.
Exactly. So what do you contribute the success to? I mean, what do you think made it happen, made it big?
In terms of my personal self, I believe that as a mother, I have a lot of determination to make it work. Especially, I know that I'll be able to save more for my children, to feed them better food, to have a better home. But apart from them, I believe that all of us cannot be successful alone. We can only be successful if we have a community of people who believed us, trust us, loved us, and want to support us.
Right.
So in that regard, I was blogging as a mother for 2 years. And little that I know, people are one way or another resonate with me, follow my story, and it was my blog readers that supported in purchasing, becoming my customer, linking me to department stores, and eventually investing in my business. So I believe that community is important because we should always go to the extent of winning relationship and support from people, because without people, no business can grow.
Expect from starting from home, going to department stores, and then having all these companies that you have invested in. It had grown so much out. And did you attract the investors? How did that growth come about?
So the journey to attracting investors for me was also non-traditional, unconventional method. I was actually just asking whether if anybody would consider investments, and within a week I had raised my first $75,000. And then I was questioning myself. Now I have to think like an investor, and I have to think about how I'm going to, incubate more businesses, and invest this money. Over the next 2 years after that, I raised multiple more fundings up to $500,000, and that's when we incubate the baking studio, the art schools, and all other businesses that we think we can run, community-based companies. So that's how it went for me. It went from me alone at home to 19 employees in 5 offices in 2 countries, all within a span of 2 years.
Of 2 years?
Yes, so revenue increased, capital raise increased, scalability of market increased, market share increased. So suddenly it becomes so big when I was just at home making my first hair clip with 3 kids.
Right. And so that must have been quite a shift for you.
It was overwhelming, but I think I got too comfortable too fast. So that's when it took a spiral turn after that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know you ran into some challenges, and actually your business did go bankrupt at one point.
It did in 2014. The companies went bankrupt. I did as well. And the reason is what I learned from that experience is that even though the business is growing, I wasn't growing enough. Okay, I realized that the error of how this can happen for me is because I wasn't upgrading myself enough. I thought that when you start a business, that's why everybody thinks when you start a business, you think that you're growing an idea. But actually, at some point, the game's changed. It's the idea of the business that's growing you. So which means if you're not keeping up to speed at the size and pace or the rate of your growth, then you're going to lose out because you cannot lead it in the direction to the next level. And that's why we always say every single level of your business will require a better version or a demand a higher version of you.
Yeah,
and you want to be able to keep up to that. So that was my mistake. I was very bad in leadership. I wasn't investing the right marketing strategy. I was making far too much investment with no returns on investment. And I was not analyzing my safety nets and my soft spots. So in the end, everything came crumbling down. What we built in 4 years was gone in 3 months.
Wow,
So that was bankruptcy. It was really harsh.
Yeah, must have been really harsh, and you must have been at the lowest point in your life. How did you pick yourself up from there?
When I think about that time, honestly, whenever I think about that 2015 experience right after bankruptcy, it leaves a scar in my life. It's a good thing, it's a bad thing, because then you know you don't want to get back to that spot. But it also carries very sad memories throughout the year. Because if you look at my personal life, our income is gone, our personal savings is gone, our properties are taken away. In the end, we're a family of 5, and so we're living on 200 Singapore dollars a week. Was almost impossible, but I told myself that year that I have to persevere on because I don't want my family to suffer because of my wrong decisions longer than it should. So that was difficult for me. I spent the first 6 months being depressed, and I blamed every single person I could blame. Okay, whether they're still in my life or not, I didn't care. I hate them at some point. And then I realized that I was so sick of blaming people because it doesn't take me elsewhere. Consuming yourself with grudge for what didn't work, with hatred, it doesn't help you either.
That's true.
So I realized that if I had go back, and every milestones monitor and analyze what are the mistakes I made, what can I learn, what are the valuable lessons I can carry with me.
Okay.
And from there, see where my weaknesses are, upgrade my skills. And from there, I realized that I would be happier pursuing something else. I told myself every day before I go to sleep, just one more day, just to keep me motivated, and maybe tomorrow will bring me a better light, a better opportunity. And if I give up now, I won't live through that day. So, and it did. Within 18 months, a good day come forward, and that's when we were funded our first $500,000 again, and we completely turned around business.
Yeah, that is so true. They always say, that success is just one step away from when you give up.
Yes, it's not fair, but it's true.
Yeah, but so you just kept at it. You kept hope. You never gave up. Really, you picked yourself up, and you built yourself even stronger today, right?
Yes.
So the CEO then and the CEO today, Leza, what is the difference?
I think I've changed a lot in the last decade. So I think when I first started out, I thought that I just wanted to do a simple business. I have a smaller mindset. I was interested to do things that's not comfortable. But I realized that it's always those uncomfortable conversations, uncomfortable experiences that add on to your wisdom. That makes you wiser. And you need wisdom to go through life and make better decisions for yourself and your family. And then I start to yearn for knowledge. I start to yearn for opportunities for wisdom. So the CEO that I am now, it's with a growth mindset. I'm a lifelong learner, and everything and every opportunity I have, every conversation I have with the random people on a random day, I want to learn something new. And I realized that just with that, I've become a more knowledgeable person than when I first get started. And I become either more admirable, more respected, and I do business easier because it's no longer as uncertain as it was before. I could see where this is going. I could see where the loopholes are in advance. I could be visionary enough to know what can fail, what are the roadblocks, and what are the safety nets I need to put in place. So I must say that knowledge is truly power, and that's the CEO I want. I don't want success particularly. I want knowledge, opportunities to continue growing, and that's more important to me.
And so, what's the plan for 2020? You're in 14 countries already. What's the growth plan?
So for the business-wise, there's still major plans for expansion. Okay, I'm still figuring out how I'm going to manage that expansion, but we're looking at more than 10 countries being penetrated this year via our franchise partners. So we're trying to get our technology into Central Asia market like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, as well as to the Arab region. So from a business perspective, that means we're hiring more people, raising more capital investments, and making sure operations are in place.
Right.
But personally, I also have a personal goal because one of the things I wanted to focus on was my health, and not just mental health, also physical health. So I realized that my friend used to tell me when I was much younger, when I started business, and you want to work all the time because you're making money all the time. And my friend told me that when we were younger, we would happily trade our health for wealth. But when we're older, we can only wish, okay, we can buy back our health with the wealth
that we accumulated.
So, exactly. And that sticks to my mind that even though I work a lot sometimes, I travel a lot sometimes, it's not something I want to do for the next 50 years. At some point, I think when my prime years is over, I want to invest more time to how to look after myself. Because anyway, if I can't look after myself, I can't look after everybody else. But I want to pursue yoga. I want to do more writing. I want to travel more of the world and see, the beautiful world that we have right now. And I think I'm missing these opportunities now, but I hope to pick them up later as I get older.
Hearing you, I feel, you're going to retire very soon. Are you?
I do have plans. Okay, when I had to work a lot, I always commit to my children that I was going to retire at some point at 40. I personally believe that even though we may live up to 80 years old, our true prime years where we can give our best, deliver our best, have the most energy, have the most knowledge and wisdom is during this time, 10 years in our lives. So if we build something that's tangible, that's long-lasting, a legacy that stays even after we're gone, that will continue to look after us for the rest of our lives. And what I'm saying is not as if I'm guaranteed going to quit at the age of 40, but I just wanted to make sure that at least if we invest 10 years of our time and energy, at some point, we're not working for money, but money will start working for us. Okay, and that time that we can truly be more flexible to choose how we want to live the rest of our lives. Because happiness is still the most important thing that we have to pursue.
Right, absolutely. And I wish everybody could do that, I mean, at least we could aim to do that. Yes. Aim to say, okay, well, I'll retire early and then live my life to the best of, enjoying my family, enjoying happiness, being just content with whatever I've achieved and let the money work for me.
Yes, right? And success is defined differently by anybody. So my recommendation is that do not compare your success stance with someone else.
So your work is actually taking you places, you're traveling a lot, jet setting, managing a whole lot of a big company. How do you maintain a balance? What do you do to relax?
So I believe in deliberate pause. So which means we're taking some time of the day, usually I do at the end of the day, for me to really be away from hustle and bustle, be calm in a zone where I self-reflect what I did for that day, people I met and conversations for the day. And where we do a very deep analysis of the things we have accomplished, we have done, and we document it by writing every single milestones, failures and struggles. We realize how much we have changed and how much we can still improve to become a better person. And our sole target is to be a better person tomorrow than we were the day before.
So to speak, you're actually documenting your life. Right.
Exactly. People are more concerned about, for example, now people doing personal branding, they're more concerned about creating amazing stories to tell. The thing is, if you focus too much on that, you forgot that there's actually already so much amazingness in your current life. And by documenting it, by journaling it, you realize when you read back, that there's so many great things that happened to you. And they might not look nice at a point of time when it happened. It might look like it's a failure, it's a bad past, but that doesn't mean your future cannot be great. So your past and your future has nothing to do with each other. It's what you learn in the past and how you shape your future. So you cannot forget the past. So that's why documenting is great.
Yes, that's wonderful. You're a great role model, especially for the younger generation. We have very few women CEOs, so I think you make a really good role model for the people, and the tips that you have shared with us, they're really enriching and inspiring. Thank you so much for for coming over and sharing your journey with us.
Thank you very much for having me here today.
Thank you
so
so
much.